After decades of flirting with debt rollovers and ghosting the IMF like an ex with unpaid bills, Nigeria has finally paid back $1.22 billion of its $3.4 billion pandemic-era loan ahead of schedule. That's a 64% drop in just 1 year, folks. Suddenly, President Bola Tinubu's government is looking less like the spendthrift neighbor who keeps asking to borrow small and more like the guy who just paid off his student loans and wants the world to know. Even the IMF, typically more reserved than a Nigerian uncle at a wedding, tipped its hat to the effort, though it did mutter something about 75% of revenue still going to interest, which is basically saying, nice job, but don't quit your day job. Of course, this great fiscal detox isn't just about impressing the IMF aunties, it's about boosting Nigeria's credit score so it can borrow again, but this time like a responsible adult with boundaries. With less foreign debt strangling the naira and more wiggle room in the national budget, the government can finally splurge on things like functioning hospitals, power that lasts more than 20 minutes, and maybe even roads that don't double as swimming pools during rainy season. Best of all, paying off the IMF gives Nigeria a break from those helpful suggestions about how to run its economy. For once, the country might get to choose its own economic playlist without IMF constantly skipping the tracks. Still, between tax reform, revenue boosts, and fighting corruption, there's a long road ahead, and hopefully it won't be filled with potholes. For more on this story, visit our website, ogmnewsng.com. Again, ogmnewsng.com.
Thank you.